Hey guys, what is up? It is Dan. Welcome to another episode of Guitar Talk. Roll that intro. What is up guys? Today we are looking at the ultra cool Gretsch Electromatic center block G5655TG electric guitar. Catchy name there. So specs wise, starting at the body, it's around the same size as a Les Paul, but with a thinner body. Material wise, it's laminate maple all over. Don't get confused with like acoustic guitars where laminate is better than solid. £3,000 hollow body Gibsons are made of laminated maple. That's perfectly normal. You've got the blacktop Broadtron pickups. You've got 2 volumes and a tone here, so you've got a volume for each of the pickups, and then over here you've got a master volume which controls both pickups. You've got a 3-way switch, a Bigsby B70 trem system, and then obviously you've got your F holes where this section is hollow, and then you've got a center block running down the middle of the guitar as well to cut back on feedback. So next specs, we have got a painted maple neck with a bound laurel fretboard. Laurel is basically like a similar wood to rosewood, similar color and tonal characteristics. It's more commonly used these days because there's no issue with exporting or importing it. And then on top of that, you've got a 24.6 inch scale with a 12-inch radius. So in terms of build quality, this thing is made in China, but they've been making guitars for long enough now that they know what they're doing. The quality of this thing is absolutely awesome. The frets have been done really well. The binding's great on it. You can't see any kind of flaws on this one straight out of the box. It's been set up really well and plays beautifully. So cool thing with Gretsch is the strap buttons on these, as you can see, might look a little bit odd, but the cool thing with them is they're kind of like little strap locks. So you can unscrew them like so, pop your strap on, and then screw the strap over the top so that your strap is on the guitar nice and securely. In terms of sound, compared to a classic Gretsch, the blacktop pickups, you tend to be able to get a little bit more gain out of them, which with the center block that's inside of here, that helps as well because you get less of that feedback from a full hollow body, which makes for a really dynamic sounding guitar. So obviously something that a lot of people tend to ask with the Electromatic models is how good are they compared to the higher end Gretsch models? Just to give you an idea in terms of sound, how they compare, you may be able to see behind me, there is a Tennessee Rose. So I have put together a quick video just showing you the sound difference between the two. So the Bigsby on this feels really nice and responsive. It's not quite as responsive as the Japanese models. Just to clarify there, because there always seems to be a little bit of confusion. The higher end Gretsch models are made in Japan and have been for years. A lot of people tend to think they're American. They're not. All the like White Falcons, all the really expensive Gretsch models are Japanese. So on the Japanese ones, the trem system on those always feels really nice and responsive. This does feel like that as well, but it's a bit stiffer. I mean, obviously the spring might loosen up over time, but although it's a really good trem system, it's not quite as responsive as the more expensive model. So in terms of look, I think this thing looks absolutely stunning. Taking photographs of it earlier today to put up on the website, and you know, it just loves the camera. I think the gold and that kind of dark bluey color just work really, really well together to make something just absolutely stunning. So is there anything wrong with this guitar? The only thing I would say, not that it's been an issue while I've been trying it out, but if you wanted to put any thicker strings on it, the nut on this looks like it has been cut very, very snugly. So if you're wanting to put some thicker strings on this, you might need to do a little bit of fettling at the nut to get some thicker strings to fit. But if you were going to do that, you know, in my opinion, you might just want to upgrade the nut anyway. So back when I used to work in a guitar shop, we were a Gretsch dealer, so I saw a lot of the Electromatic models over the last decade, and they have always been consistently good. One of the biggest improvements that they made over the years were the pickups that they put in them, and they continue to make improvements to them, and these are just really great dynamic sounding pickups that have got a nice mid-range tone to them, whilst at the same time retaining some nice single coil, high-end sparkle frequencies as well. So in terms of feel, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, it's about the same size as a Les Paul, but with a thinner body. You should hopefully get some B-roll right about now, showing you the difference in depth between this and a standard hollow body Gretsch. The cool thing about this is that you get that cool Gretsch characteristic from the hollow body, as well as getting the comfort and playability of a more standard electric guitar. So again, I think this looks absolutely stunning. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments below, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more and help us grow. You can find us over at guitargiveaway.co.uk, where you can win cool prizes like this Gretsch and some of the guitars on the wall behind me. Other than that, I will see you next time. Bye.